You're still watching the Signature Show.
And on the 7th of December 2023, the West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy WABMA opened its new campus in Abuja and graduated its 2023 graduates. WABMA is a media training institute with offices in Enugu, Lagos, and Abuja. I have in the studio the rector of the West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy, WABMA, Mr. Ike Okere. Sometimes I am tempted to say Chief Ike Okere. You're welcome to our program.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Thank you.
On the 7th, we saw, a coming together of a lot of veterans, a lot of people interested in the media, the graduates, at your new facility in Jabi area of Abuja. And that turns out to be your third campus.
Yes.
In a third city in Nigeria.
Yes.
So tell us, how did this whole West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy WABMA come about?
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. The West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy, WABMA, evolved over time. Over time, many of us in the profession noticed that professionalism was no longer the in thing in the media industry, not just in broadcast media, but also in other aspects of media, such as print and especially online. And then you are aware that with the deregulation of the broadcast industry in 1992, there was a proliferation of so many radio, TV stations, and then, of course, online. And not enough professionals were at hand to man these stations. And then, right now, as we speak in 2023, Nigeria probably has more than 800 FM stations, and not enough professionals exist to even run these stations. Not to talk of the many online media houses, then not to talk of the many online print media. So the question now became, how do we develop professionals to fill up this industry? It was always a subject of conversation among many of us in the industry. And so around 2017, we began to crystallize an idea to have a well-run professional media training and certification academy that will not just be national Nigerian, but would be regional, West African sub-region. And so a lot of professionals came together, led by the venerable Kevin Ejiofor, Richard Asiebu, there was Jika Ato, there was Ladan Saliu. So many of us came together and we said, let's do something about it. The existing media training institutions at the time, such as the FRCN Training School and the NTA College, were focused on radio and television respectively, and did not have sufficient capacity to train for the whole industry. Also, they were focused mainly on in-person trainings. So you had to go leave your job and take away 6 weeks to 8 weeks or more to get trained. And when we were trying to start WABMA, we said we will overcome all of that. We will overcome issues of distance, capacity, and technology. And so from the very beginning, WABMA was set up to be a multi-platform, multidisciplinary, and multinational training agency. And that is what it is now. And so that is how the idea came about, an international, multidisciplinary, multi-platform. So in other words, you could get all the trainings you want if you want to do just online, without losing anything. And you could get all the trainings you want if you want a hybrid of online and in-person. And then multi-campus. Why are we opening campuses in many locations? In order to take this closer to people. Now you find that the whole of the North with 19 states, hardly any media training organizations exist here. NTA College exists in Jos, and that is one out of 19 states in Plateau. Now, what would many people do? And so WABMA coming to Abuja now brings high-class quality professional media certification training to the North. And so it's easier for people to access us. They don't need to go to Lagos anymore, nor do they need to go to Enugu. Our campus in Enugu is able to service all persons located in the southeast and south-south, and even north-central. People come, and not north-central people can also come to Abuja. And then our campus in Lagos, of course, services the Lagos and southwest zones.
3 years
Yes,
of WABMA.
yes.
I mean, when you look back, what has been the achievement?
Oh, it's been it's been 3 years of a roller coaster ride to our dreams, to doing what we love to do. In these 3 years, WABMA has, without any exaggeration, trained over 3,000 people. Now, not only in our regular trainings, we were fortunate to immediately get national acceptance, such that even the U.S. consulate in Lagos sought us out and made us a partner in the project Fact Check Nigeria project, which ran for a whole 1 year from 2021 to 2022. In that 1 year, they supported us to go to 17 states in Nigeria, where we trained about 2,200 young people in the art and science of fact-checking. And in that project, we also supported 20 radio stations with equipment and trainings. And now a lot of those stations partner with us in airing fact-checking programs. Now, the next year, 2022 to 2023, they also chose us to handle their political reporting project, which again involved trainings in 17 states also, this time only for journalists from all walks of media, print, online, broadcast media. And we brought them, trained them before the elections, how to cover the elections, how to be safe, how to use fact-checking technology to cover the elections, how to do financial political journalism, how do you trace the money and where it's going to. All of that we did. And we ended that project just this year in September with a political journalism award ceremony, during which the best of these 200 journalists we trained, whom we monitored their coverage, the best among them won awards. And then we've also worked with other organizations, such as the Ford Foundation, for instance, and our partners, Enugu Literary Society, for a project in Enugu, which was a political enlightenment project where we trained young people about the need to be part of the civic space. All of that were parts of our successes. And then our regular certification courses in basic journalism, basic production, broadcast engineering. And in this period, we also introduced photography, we've introduced video editing, we've introduced comparing, we've introduced, Canva designs and graphic designs, every kind of media-related skill that young people need to be able to thrive. We have now a bouquet of nearly 40 courses that people can take, taught by well-known professionals, available both online on our wabma.org site or in person or a hybrid.
An eventful journey, I must say. Not 3 years without activities. A lot of activities, indeed.
A lot.
And you are in 3 locations in Nigeria.
Yes.
And the projection is that this will be something that is multinational.
Yes.
Any immediate plans for campuses to come up outside Nigeria?
Yes. We are hopeful that in 2024 we'll be opening our Accra campus in 2024. That's our plan. And after that, we'll move further beyond Ghana into other parts of West Africa. We're exploring opportunities to open in Cameroon and Senegal. So all those are in the plans, but the most definite one is for Accra, Ghana in 2024. In 2024, we also want to expand our online offerings so that people can actually do all their certification courses online. And one thing we do, Vin, is that we place our graduates in internships wherever they are. So in whatever city they are located, we have the connections and we have the partnerships with media houses to place our interns. And that is one aspect of our trainings we take very seriously. And we get reports from those organizations to enable us know how to certify these people as being trained in that area.
When you say certify,
Yes.
what certification does WABMA have?
Oh, we already have our regular certification from our registrations at the CAC, but we're also pursuing certifications from the National Board for Technical Education. Okay, so that also is in the works. Now, we are pursuing a dual type of certifications there. We want to be a partner of a place like City and Gates of the UK to be able to offer those kind of certificates that are acceptable outside of the country. Our certificates are already well accepted in the industry here in Nigeria. All media houses accept our graduates. And by the way, none of the existing ones, FRCN Academy or NTA, have any NAPTI certification too. So the credibility lies in the trainers. Who are these people training you? So if you have a certification showing that you were trained by a Kevin Ejiofor, or a Ladan Sali, or an Ilemi Okoka, or a Diego Conyedo, or a Vin Martinillo, and all that, then you are sure I, as an employer, would accept that person. But yes, we're also working on the NAPTI certification.
Well, as we end it, so many stations, TV, radio, online, name it, and very few professionals.
Yes.
Is it not something that's affecting the industry negatively?
Of course. Everyone is complaining. Even the audience, whether they are the listeners or the viewers or the online consumers of content, everyone is complaining. Whether it is in presentation or it's in content production or it's in the engineering aspect, the technical aspects, everyone is complaining. Okay? Now, in the golden age of media seems to be something in the past, but we are determined to help rebirth it. And that is why we are trying to rebirth it using technology. Okay? For instance, from January 2024, we will introduce a course on AI communications. It's being developed as we speak, so that our media personnel can also ride on new media to be able to deliver this content. But the basics must remain. the basics about balance, about fairness, objectivity, about impartiality, about the whole story must remain irrespective of what technology you use. Now, the very basics of even public speaking must be taught. And so WABMA is so not just for industry professionals. We actually want to professionalize everyone. For instance, we'd like to train the National Assembly and State Assembly people on public speaking. We'd like to train them on media relations. You see many of them going on air and messing up. You see many of them having very bad press. All this is a lack of training. Communications training is necessary for everyone, especially when you are beginning to step out of your cocoon and want to start moving higher in your career. So all those trainings for communications trainings and media trainings are our forte. And we want to take media to the wider society so that we train people in media literacy. Because Vin, take it this way. Why is fake news proliferating so much? Lack of media literacy. Because you get a video that clearly is doctored and you don't know it is doctored. So the video is just showing me and then showing some other people's reactions. And at no time does it even pan to show that I'm in the same room with those people. And it shows, and then it makes a claim that I have said this and these are these people's reactions. Even without you being told, you should know that the camera not even panning to show just you and me shows that these are two separate videos or a montage of other videos packaged by someone who wants to tell a particular story. And then you share this to 20 WhatsApp groups and all of this, and you are creating so much fake news such that even when there is the true news, people no longer believe because of the prevalence of fake news.
And they've even moved it to health products.
Yes.
When you see on Facebook, they put an Arise newscaster on an AIT newscaster or one NTA newscaster and put words in their mouth saying and they are endorsing drugs
and
people are
fake
and people are buying it hook and sinker.
Why are we sharing those things? Because of lack of media literacy. In Scandinavian countries in Europe, media literacy is taught from secondary school so that children grow up knowing how to consume media. Right now, even in these mobile phones we hold, there is technology there that exists that will show you, if you drop in a photo there, it will show you the first time this photo was ever used online. So that if somebody is repurposing that photo, saying that, oh, this was Vin Martin in a hotel doing so, you drop that photo in tineye.com, for instance. Tineye.com will show you that this was Vin Martin 2 years ago at AIT Studios. This person just took that photo, removed the AIT background and put a hotel and made it appear that Vin Martin was in that hotel.
Well, great job you guys are doing. And I must thank you for the job you're doing and to thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you. And great show you have here.
Congratulations.
Kudos to SignatureTv.
And that was the Rector of the West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy, WABMA, Mr. Ike Okere, talking to us on the recent graduation and opening of the Abuja campus. And that's how we draw the curtain on our show today. I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo from Abuja in Nigeria, thanking you for watching and asking you to go to our social media platforms and promising that if you go to www.SignatureTv.org, you can watch this program again and watch our other programs. Until next week, bye for now.